Greetings, this is a Mad as Heck video blog. Thank you for listening and watching and hopefully sharing. Today I want to talk to you about a little article that I found on the internet today, and it's from the DC Caller, and it's called the Daily Caller, and the title is USDA uses Spanish soap operas to push food stamps among non-citizens. As if we don't already have record numbers of people signed up for the food stamp program. And there was a time when people needed food stamps, they actually went on their own accord and they applied for food stamps. They didn't, I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you how they're doing this. Okay, so the USDA is sending out Spanish-speaking novellas to Spanish-speaking radio stations. And these little novellas are like little episodes, little soap opera type episodes where, somebody's trying to convince somebody that they should get food stamps because they're going to be able to live happier, healthier lives by eating food stamps. No, they're not going to eat food stamps. By applying for and getting food stamps. So I could read you part of the episode. They have it in translation. And, it's Ramon and Claudia talking about different things, and, they're best friends, and they're talking, and the little grandson's coming up and saying, "Hey, Grandpa, look at me." And Grandpa says, "Oh, if only my apple would last longer because I can't afford to buy any more." And Claudia says, well, have you ever tried to apply for the SNAP program? The SNAP program being... being the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And he says, "Oh no, I live with my daughter or my son-in-law or my grandson, and I couldn't apply. I wouldn't be eligible." She's like, "Well, you don't know if you don't try." And then at the very end, the announcer says, "Will Claudia convince Ramon to apply for SNAP? Don't miss our next episode of Hope Park." All right, people, listen. If you are a dual-speaking, English/Spanish-speaking person, do me a favor and translate this into Spanish for me. Because what you people need to know is, first of all, if you really needed food stamps, I'm pretty sure you would have already been over at the USDA or wherever you go to apply for your food stamps. You wouldn't need some novella on the radio to convince you that you need them. If you need to be convinced to get food stamps, chances are you don't need the food stamps. Either A, because you make enough money and you can pay for your own food, or two, you previously have had too much pride because in the past food stamps have always been kind of like a stigma on somebody. Well, there's nothing wrong with that stigma, because when you feel like it's a stigma, then you don't stay on them. You keep them as long as you need them, and you work to get off of them. But the problem here is now the government is encouraging you to get on them, and in order for you to stay on them, you have to stay at a certain income level. You can't go any higher than a certain income level. Now, people, do you want to stay at the same income level? Is that really what you want? The government is deciding for you through the food stamps what income you're going to make. And that sounds a lot to me like slavery. Yeah, the government wants to enslave you with the food stamps. And please tell the government you're smarter than that, that you know better, that you know that you are better than that you can do better than that you can support yourself better than that, and you don't need the government supporting you, that you have enough pride and enough know-how and enough skills and enough intelligence to make your own living without food stamps. And you know how to eat healthy without food stamps. Getting a little food stamp is not going to help you to eat healthier. Trust me, somebody who's going to grab it's probably just going to go to McDonald's and try to figure out how to use them at McDonald's anyway. Okay, now we're into the stereotypes, and y'all are going to hate me for the stereotypes. Bottom line is, don't allow yourself to be enslaved by the government. You're smarter than that. You're more capable than that. Whether you speak English or not, believe that you are smarter, believe that you are more capable, and you won't need to be enslaved by the government. That's my video blog for today. Thanks for listening. Please share. Long live the Republic.